All right, thank you, everyone. Today is the March 3rd meeting of the Springfield Planning Board. Bill, would you do roll call, please?
Mr. Cunningham?
Here.
Mr. Minio?
Here.
Mr. Daniele? Absent. Ms. Moran?
Here.
Ms. DiFilippo?
Here.
Mr. Florian? Absent. Ms. McQuaid?
Here.
Ms. Choi is absent, but we do have a quorum.
Okay, let me just say that I have another obligation at between 6:30 and 6:45. I'm not sure when, but I'll pop off. If you could continue, Rosemary, with the meeting for me.
Sure.
Thank you.
Long done by then.
By 6:30, you said? I think
Yeah.
we'll be long gone
I'm
by
hoping
then.
so, but I just want to cover bases. Phil, if you would read the first continued petition.
Okay, under public hearings continued, liquor license, expansion alteration, location 536 Worthington Street, petitioner Bill Dan Ale House LLC, doing business as Irish Ale House. Just for the boards, I have not received any comments. I did hear from attorney the fact that they did meet with the Armory Quadrangle Civic Association this afternoon, and from my understanding from Attorney Kennefick that they voted in favor of the proposed expansion. You're muted. You're muted, Attorney Kennefick.
Better?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's we appeared at 4:30, and after some discussion, the board agreed to, or the quadrangle committee by vote agreed to that they were going to communicate with you folks to let you know that they had they approved our plan, or they had no objection to our plan.
Okay, does anybody have any other questions of attorney?
Now, did we discuss, I think we discussed it would only be open till midnight? And
That's
that
correct.
was fine?
That's correct.
Okay. Phil, did we get anything from the neighborhood council or?
No, I think they literally met this afternoon at 4:30. So I
Oh.
just checked my email again. I haven't gotten anything.
I just
Okay.
checked mine. I didn't get anything either.
I know they were meeting this afternoon. So.
Okay,
All right, then
so should we move to close it or
I would suggest we move to close it.
approve it? I'm
No,
not sure.
we have to close first.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to make the motion.
Motion to close the hearing.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Phil, would you do roll call, please?
Voting to close the public hearing, Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Minio,
Yes.
Mr. Daniele, absent, Ms. Moran,
Yes.
Ms. DiFilippo,
Yes.
Mr. Florian, absent, Ms. McQuaid,
Yes.
and Ms. Choi, absent. Hearing's closed.
All right. I will accept a motion regarding this petition.
I'll make a motion to approve with the following conditions. One, hours of operation will be stated on the application, shall be as stated on the application. Two, there shall be no on-site consumption of alcohol.
Oops.
Oh, I'm reading the wrong one, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I don't think I have the approval on this one.
Okay, wait a minute.
I got it.
Approve with,
I
I
got
got
it.
it. Approve with the
Okay.
following conditions. Recommend, the outside patio shall be closed no later than 12 a.m. And two, there shall be no banners, streamers, or pennants located on the exterior of the building or the fencing.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I second.
All right, all those in favor of this, oh, Phil, please roll call.
Voting in favor of the motion, Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Minio,
Yes.
Mr. Daniele, absent, Ms. Moran,
Yes.
Ms. DiFilippo,
Yes.
Mr. Florian, absent, Ms. McQuaid,
Yes.
and Ms. Choi, absent. Motion passes.
Okay,
Well,
thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Thank you. So there's nothing that else that you need of us. We'll leave the meeting, I take it?
Yep, you're all.
Yes,
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, the next agenda item under public hearings continued, beer and wine package store, new location 437, also known as 429 Boston Road, petitioner Boston Road, OP LLC. Just so the board's aware, I have not received, other than the comments that I read in the last meeting, I have not received any additional comments regarding either for or against.
okay. Do any of the board members have any other questions or concerns? Hearing none, I will accept a motion to close the hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the hearing.
Second.
Thank you. Phil, if you would do roll call?
Voting to close the hearing, Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Minio,
Yes.
Mr. Daniele, absent, Ms. Moran,
Yes,
Ms. DiFilippo,
Yes.
Mr. Florian, absent, Ms. McQuaid,
Oh, yes.
and Ms. Choi, absent.
Okay, then I will now accept a motion regarding this petition.
I make a motion to approve the condition with the following, to approve this with the following conditions. Hours of now here we go, Jen. Hours of operation shall be as stated on the application. There shall be no on-site consumption of alcohol. 3, the site, including all landscaped areas, shall be maintained free of all litter and debris. 4, the public sidewalks along Boston Road shall be maintained, including snow removal. 5, there shall be no banners, streamers, or pennants located on the exterior of the building.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Phil, if you would do roll call vote?
Voting in favor, Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Minio,
Yes.
Mr. Daniele, absent, Ms. Moran,
Yes,
Ms. DiFilippo,
Yes.
Mr. Florian, absent, Ms. McQuaid,
Yes, sorry.
and Ms. Choi, absent. Motion's approved.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, everybody. See you next week, Peter.
And Phil, if you would do the next petition?
Under public hearings continued, package store liquor license transfer, location 1322 Liberty Street. Petitioner, Parkside Discount Liquors, Inc. Just so the board is aware, I did receive one letter from an abutter. I don't know if you want me to read that in now, or Gloria, or you?
I think we should read it in just so it's on record.
Okay, let me read this in. This is received. Dear planning board members, my name is Jack Paulo. I am the manager of Millbrew Inc., doing business as Plaza Package Store located at 1245 Liberty Street, Springfield, Mass. Due to the fact that the Plaza Package Store is a tenant of the Springfield Plaza, notice of the petition was never mailed directly to us. We were also never informed of the Hungry Hill Neighborhood Association meeting. On February 16th, 2021, it was brought to my attention that Parkside Discount Liquors is petitioning for a liquor license transfer at the property known as 1322 Liberty Street, Springfield, Mass. As manager and co-owner of the Plaza Package Store, the outcome of this petition will have numerous impacts on our business. Plaza Package Store is a multi-generational family-run store that was bought by my parents, my sister, and myself in October 2009. At this time, the liquor industry was new to my family, and we worked closely with the Schmidt family during our first few months as new owners. We are extremely hardworking family, and our community of customers makes us feel we are a valued business. Since 2009, Plaza Package Store has faced many challenges that have impacted our sales, some of which were the sale of alcohol at large corporations like BJ's and Costco. BJ and Costco. Impacts have also taken place with the various beer and wine licenses issued to convenience stores and gas stations throughout the city. The Stop and Shop strike, new tobacco regulations, and most recently, the COVID-19 pandemic has brought additional challenges to our store. Plaza Package Store has worked through many obstacles over the years and have made necessary changes within our control. As a member of the Springfield community, Plaza Package Store is coming to you now with a concern that is in your control. Another liquor store to be within approximately 100 feet of the entrance of the Springfield Plaza will negatively impact our sales and the sales of other existing liquor stores in the area. Plaza Package Store hopes that you as members also find our community value and oppose the transfer of the liquor license. We have appreciated being part of the city of Springfield for over 11 years and wish to continue doing so for as long as possible. Thank you for consideration. Sincerely, Jack D. Powell, Plaza Package Store Manager.
Thank you, Phil. Do any of the board members have any other questions or concerns? Would the petitioner like to add anything to the discussion?
If I may, Madam Chairwoman, Timothy Ryan, attorney for the petitioner Parkside Discount Liquors. And in no way, shape, or form would I ever make light of Mr. Paulo's letter or the difficulties that anyone has in operating a business. And Mr. Dromey could correct me on the dates, but my memory is in 2000, approximately 2000, the city council had a special permit for the Stop and Shop there on Liberty Street to issue the request was to issue a special permit for a gas station for Stop and Shop at the plaza. And the small and medium-sized gas retailers in Greater Springfield all showed up in opposition to the Stop and Shop request, special permit request, and through the significant goodwill they had, they were able to obtain enough votes to block the special permit. It was taken up in court. Stop and Shop brought an action against the city, and there was a decision, as I recall, requiring the city to issue a special permit to Stop and Shop for the gas station on the grounds that you can't use competition, restraint of trade as a basis to block an otherwise, in that case, a special permit, in this case, a transfer. Competition is not a basis, not a legal basis to block the board's action. And so I submit that the same reckoning and the same basis that undid the council's veto of the special permit for Stop and Shop's gas station on Liberty Street has to be in play. And while I take seriously Mr. Paulo's anguish and the concerns about competition, that's not a basis, as I understand it, to block an applicant for a license. And sorry to be so long-winded, but I think the rule still controls.
Okay. Phil, I'd like to recognize Leo and Rico.
Yeah, Mr. Florian
Here.
and Mr. Daniele.
Here.
Okay. Do any of the counselors, board members have any questions or concerns about the 1322 Liberty Street Parkside Discount Liquors? Okay, hearing none, I will accept a motion to close the hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the hearing.
Second,
Thank you. Phil, if you would do roll call.
Voting to close the hearing, Mr. Cunningham?
Yes.
Mr. Minio?
Yes.
Mr. Daniele?
Yes.
Ms. Moran?
yes.
Ms. DiFilippo,
Yes.
Mr. Florian,
Yes.
Ms. McQuaid,
Yes.
Ms. Choi is absent.
I will accept a motion on this petition.
I would make a motion to approve the following conditions. 1, hours of operation shall be as stated on the application. 2, there shall be no on-site consumption of alcohol. 3, the site, including all landscaped areas, shall be maintained free of litter and debris. 4, any and all signage shall be properly permitted. 5, there shall be no banners, streamers, or pennants located on the exterior of the building.
Bill, if you would do roll call. Oh, is there a second?
I second.
Thank you.
Voting on the motion, Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
excuse me, Mr. Minio,
Yes.
Mr. Daniele,
Yes.
Ms. Moran,
Yes.
Ms. DiFilippo,
Yes.
Mr. Florian,
Yes.
Ms. McQuaid,
Yes.
Ms. Choi is absent. Motion is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, folks. And Mr. Minio, congratulations. You got a very beautiful son there.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan. Appreciate it.
Take care. Thank you, folks.
Okay, just as the final agenda item, we have a site plan review extension request. The location is for a parcel known as Eastside Parker Street. The owner petitioner Charles Richards, and the approval date was August 8, 2019. I did submit to the board a memo outlining the request. As the board is aware, this was a project that was approved back in August. It's actually, I think, the second plan approved at this location. Again, as noted, it was approved back in August of 2019. As per the site plan review approval process, a developer has 2 years in order to pull a building permit. If not, the approval lapses. Under the existing zoning ordinance, the planning board can issue a 1-year extension, and that is what they were requesting. After review on the staff side, I don't see any issues with the extension. I mean, it is a site plan review approval that cannot be denied, so that the project could move forward. Even if it was to the lapse, they could resubmit. I see a representative here. I don't know if there's any questions from the board, but there is a representative of the owner at the meeting tonight if there are any questions. Again, they requested a 2-year extension, but under the zoning regulations, the board is only allowed to provide a 1-year, which would be again to August 2022 versus August 2021.
Okay. Just, could you just tell us a little bit of why you need the extension?
Of course. Good evening. For the record, Sophia Bitsis from R. Levesque Associates here on behalf of Charles Richards. This project was previously permitted, as indicated by Mr. Dromey. The developer who was going to actually do the construction of the project has passed away. So our client is actually in the process of either trying to secure another developer to pursue the project or actually develop it himself. But they're just with COVID and everything, we want to get ahead of it and would appreciate a 1-year extension to allow that to happen.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry to hear about that, though.
Thank you.
Okay. Do any of the board members have any questions or concerns?
I think there's no changes from the plan that was approved now.
As far as I know, they want to develop it as proposed. Like I said, he is trying to find a new developer to take it on. If that developer is seeking any amendments, we would obviously come before you again to get those approved or file a whole new application if that's warranted.
So Phil, if there are changes, that's what they have to do?
Well, yeah, if there's changes to the approved plan, they would have to come back.
Okay. Okay.
And just so the board is aware, I mean, since this technically isn't a public hearing, it's not, a request is not required. I don't believe we need to continue this tonight because there is no public input. So I believe the board could vote on this tonight rather than waiting to the next meeting.
Okay. Then if there are no other questions or concerns, I'll accept a motion to continue the site plan review.
So
until-
moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Phil, if you would do roll call?
Voting to provide a one-year extension for the project known as Eastside Parker Street. Voting in favor, Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Minio,
Yes.
Mr. Daniele,
Yes.
Ms. Moran,
Yes.
Ms. DiFilippo,
Yes.
Mr. Florian,
Yes.
Ms. McQuaid,
Yes.
and Ms. Choi. Absent, sorry, so motion's approved.
Great. Thank
Okay.
you so much for your time. Had a great evening.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
Just so the board knows, I received an email from Armory Quadrangle Civic Association. They unanimously approved their request for continued use of the outdoor space for the restaurant, and they agree with the midnight closing of the outdoor space.
Okay, so just quickly, I just have one, I'm just gonna bring this up real quick. We just have one A&R plan tonight. Just let me know if that comes up on your screen here.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So these are actually 4 existing lots on Eastern Avenue. And they're removing the interior lot lines to create 2 buildable lots. So pretty straightforward. Again, it's 4 non-conforming lots. They're removing the lot lines in the middle and will create 2 buildable lots.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Bill, one quick question. When you're referring to the lines in the middle, which ones are you referring to? The ones across or the one?
So these are the existing, let me see if I can get my,
The dotted lines.
yeah,
Rosemary.
there's, I don't know if you can see that.
Mhm.
So
Oh, all right.
this is one lot,
Okay.
that's one lot, this is a lot, and there's another lot here, so. they're just-
Okay,
and I
it's the dotted lines.
Yeah, so
Okay.
there's the lines there, so,
Got it.
no, they're just removing those to create 2 parcels versus 4 non-conforming.
Okay, thank you.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Anything else, Phil?
I have nothing else.
All right, then.
You're fine, Gloria.
I'll take a motion to close the hearing.
Make a motion to close.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much. Have a
We
good.
had a little computer problem. That's why we were late.
No, that's okay.
Sure.
Stay safe.